Hey guys, how's it going? Probably not too many people here. It's like middle of the day in US. So yeah, we'll just take it for what it is. Probably you guys saw the um, I'm checking with you guys. I'm a bit about how we're making money inside the mastermind. I want to give you some advice for what looks to be a bear market. And talk about that. Probably not too many of you guys actually answer questions, but we'll see if it'll pick up. See if I can propagate this next better. Uh, yeah, guys, hope you're doing well. I'm going to go through kind of just basically what we're working on, so the mastermind, how we're making money together, and then we can do like hey, my goodness, to see. So yeah, I'm just going to tell you guys like why I'm pivoting the mastermind toward making money, the different ways of making money, why I think it's valuable to you guys because it is. My audio is breaking. Really? You can't hear me at all. Now I have to check YouTube. One sec. It seems to be okay. Is anybody else having issues? Because I just checked on the YouTube and it seems to be fine. So cool. Glad you can hear me. All right, guys, let's jump into it. Where are my slides here? So yeah, basically inside the mastermind, okay, we're kind of just accepting the fact that look, we're not really getting the market we want, right? And that's fine. Like the fundamentals of Titanx, the fundamentals of DragonX are actually fine. I tend to tease you guys a little bit, and I tend to like put out FUD posts sometimes, just because having a visceral reaction to something is better than having no reaction at all and just being neutral and passive, basically. So yeah, basically, things are fine with Titanx. Why? Because it's all bonded to Ethereum. So like, as long as Ethereum moves, Titanx will eventually move, right? So it's a matter of timing. But in the meantime, we need to like think about how we can make money because that's why we're here, right? You're in crypto to make money. You're not in crypto to be a community member. You're not in community for the vibes. You're not in community to have streams where no one participates. You came here to make money. And so what I'm doing with the mastermind is exactly that. Like I want to deliver on people making money while we wait for things to turn around. So right now we have a couple of different methods for making money that are doing anywhere between 2 and we'll probably do 10K per month at some point. Can you guys still see me? Okay. But just going back to what I was saying originally, let's go through the slides here. Like, look at this chart, right? I don't like founders who are out there saying that you should just buy, and this is a great opportunity to buy when it's not. Like, you need to be realistic, and that's fine. Being realistic is being mature. And so be realistic. Like there's not a lot of demand for altcoins. In 24, we had tremendous demand and DragonX did 100x or even more. I think just like based on where you measure it, it went up to like 130x, 13,000%. So when demand comes, it's gonna do well. But right now, there's no demand. So you can see basically what's happening with this chart is a bunch of people have had expectations. They just started to sell and sell and sell and sell and sell. And those people are just being flushed out, and that's just how it is. And so you can't fight that, right? There's a great quote that by Paul Tudor Jones that says like, losers average losers. What does that mean? Like you don't average down on a losing position. You wait until the losing position like starts to form structure that indicates that it's no longer a losing position, right? Or you just cut the loss. So right now, like, a lot of people, they're kind of like averaging down into altcoins because of pride or because basically like the community, is pushing other people to like make the same bad decision that they're making so that they can all make that bad decision together. So there's a lot of like group think there, but that doesn't need to be you. And it doesn't make you like a bad member of the community. It's your money. So like, we could talk about like all the bad like things that I see in terms of psychology, But like basically, like I'm not going to be the guy to tell you like every time the chart is going down, like now is the best time to buy. I think this is silly because it's not. So that doesn't mean you quit, right? And that's another point. Is like people have this binary conception of like it's working, I'm going for it, and I'm doing it, and like as soon as it stops working, it's like it's failed. I'm done. Like I can't do anymore. But the reality is like every successful thing goes through like a period where you're kind of like grinding through it and you're trying to work through the details and you're trying to push through the details. And that's the magical part that makes the difference between something successful and something that doesn't work out, right? So that's important to remember, right? And actually Hormozi has a great, let's see if I can pull up the Hormozi video here. I hope you guys can hear this. If not, like I can share it after. So for those of you that like can't hear that, he says basically mile 18 is where the race is run. It's like, you know, we're in mile 18 with crypto. Like it's just grinding. It's not fun. It sucks. But there was no way that like everyone was just going to time the market perfectly and get rich. It just wasn't going to happen. That's not how markets work. Like markets will take the path with the most pain to eliminate the most basically people. Whenever there's a group assumption, like it's going to be invalidated by the market. So that's basically what happened. So now we're just trudging through to see like what comes next on the other side. And to be frank, like 99% of altcoins like don't even get that opportunity, but we get it, right? So that's actually fantastic. Unfortunately, you know, most people I would say are totally checked out from Tidex. And you know, right now is not really the time. It's not about giving up. Don't give up, right? You came here to make money, but like find another way, right? At this stage, like staring at a chart is not like your best use of time on this earth. Like it never really was, because buy and hold is like what wins. But like especially now, you know, continuing to hope and continuing to promote this idea that like things are going to turn around is not good for you. So it's better for you to like find a bunch of smart people like that we have in the mastermind and basically like team up with them to make money. I'm gonna give you some examples of people that are doing that and making a lot of money in the mastermind. So just like to help you understand a little bit more, like, okay, you're in a situation where you're kind of like down on altcoins, you want to make money online, maybe you're not happy with your job, or you want to like expand into something new. How do you do that, right? I mentioned this in a live stream like a couple months ago, but basically like there's like a very simple way to do it. Okay, you need to identify your core competencies. You need to see who has an unmet need that is related to your competency. You need to find out, you know, through your network, basically who can augment you so that you are a complete team. Because like my audio sounds like I'm broken up and I'm underwater. Is that true? Can someone either give me like a confirmation that my audio is bad or something else? Hello? Test. I think this is the conference room, guys. Conference room is a little bit like echoey, so it might be a bit echoey. Cool. So anyway, guys, like what I was saying is basically like you're not necessarily complete in your skills to like go off and make money and be successful, and no one is really. Like the success comes in teams and getting the right teams and human capital together. And so what you need to do is you need to have people you can trust around you, who you can rely on to draw in the value so you can actually provide a solution, right? And that's like something that's really foreign to a lot of people who are basically like working a job and they're like just also doing crypto, because it's more of an entrepreneurial and business mindset. But really where we're headed with the economy is like you need to have an entrepreneurial attack mode, because things are going to get highly automated. Like most companies are implementing AI right now and they're doing cost reductions. It's only going to continue. So that my point here is really like you can do it. You just need to find people who you can team up with, who you can apply your skills together to solve the problem. You know, and even better if there are people who have active problems that they're raising up, and you can actually just raise your hand and offer them. For example, in the mastermind, we had a guy. He's a software engineer, and an entrepreneur inside the group said, "Hey, I need like an engineer to help me with something AI related," and he just jumped on it, you know. So he's now working with that company. So, you know, it's having the skills and the opportunity, and when those collide, that's when you get good stuff happening. Right? So basically, that's my vision for the mastermind. And we can talk about Titan-X, we can talk about Dragon-X and all that stuff after. But I'm trying to get you guys to see, like, you don't need to just sit around and just take the pain of all points. Like, you can just set that aside. You can work with me. Basically, like, what I want is I want a network of people around me I can trust, because trust isn't something that's transactional. Like, you have to understand, like, the best time you're going to have in business and the most successful you're going to have it's not based on transactions. It's not based on doing contracts. It's not based on having to constantly renew the basically like your perceived value to someone. Like, if you're constantly having to revalidate to someone why you're valuable to them, like, that's not a good partner. Because without the bedrock of trust and without the bedrock of shared value, like assumption of shared value, you can't build on that, and basically, like, you're rebuilding the foundation every single time, and that's just not a recipe for success. You basically get caught in a loop where, like, you know, people who can't trust each other just have to keep reaching out and finding new people to trust, and it's just a disaster. Like, I prefer to work with people I've worked with for years, you know, because I know them. I'm working on a project with a guy I've known for 10 years right now. So, like, that's the value of having a group of trusted people, right? The next section is, okay, they need to possess something. Right? Because you have a group of people who all trust each other, but they're just like, they don't have any talent, then you can't do anything together. Right? So it's like, maybe it's your family, right? You trust your family. That's your, like, primary network in life. But what's the like necessarily like the talent and ambition you need? Probably not, right? It's just, which is fine. But, like, that's why you need private networks. Because you need to have people who are ambitious and who have talent and can be trusted. Right? So having the talent to actually deliver solutions, like, not that common. You know, so finding that group is a huge lever for the right person. And then to survive and thrive in the coming transition is all about, like, well, if you're solo, you don't really know, like, how much things are moving against you. You may have an idea, like, oh yeah, there's this AI thing, but, like, I'm building an AI product. Like, when we talk to clients, we talk about eliminating software engineers, like, eliminating them. Like, here's the fully loaded cost for a software engineer. Like, we're going to remove that for you. And so being able to actually have your foot to the, you know, floor and be able to feel like what's actually happening in the economy and how are things changing, how rapidly are they changing, and, like, what is the game being played around you, is valuable to you, right? Because it allows you to move in a smarter way. And it also allows you to check yourself. Like, if you're just alone and you're like, I'm going to build the next mobile app, or I'm going to build the next whatever AI chatbot, like, you're basically not calibrated. Is the best way to put it. Like, you need to have calibrated. You need to have someone to calibrate you to be like, no, actually, that's not, like, how you should proceed, because otherwise you'll just waste your time. Does that make sense, guys? So here's, like, a little bit how I can help you guys. And, you know, I'm genuinely, like, there's 107 people in the group, and I genuinely do my best to help them. You can ask them, like, if they message me, I try to message them back as fast as I possibly can with solutions, right? So we're going to cover crypto so you can live. Like, you don't need to be staring at charts anymore. Like, crypto is actually pretty simple. It basically operates in seasons. It's a speculative, cyclical asset that operates with the economy. And when the average man gets money to gamble with, that's when crypto takes off. We're not there yet, right? So, like, inside the group, we are tracking these things, right? And I have, you know, there are tokens inside the group that are, like, probably going to do 100x when things finally turn. But, like, it's not something that you should be following each day, and you shouldn't expect to get the next 100x gem every week, right? That's a disaster. So yeah, we do discover new opportunities. We help you structure a portfolio, and we talk about, like, in the group, you know, timing and take profit stuff. Obviously, not financial advice, but, like, this is what I would do, or this is what I'm doing. And we try to give you also the mastermind, like, you know, mindset, which is, like, we're not going to have a cult. We're not going to have founder worship. We're not going to try to bet our entire portfolio on, like, one token. And that's how I can actually help you. And, you know, you wouldn't hear this from a lot of founders. They're always talking about how their token is the be all. I remember there were founders telling me to like all in on their token back when I was naive. That's such a bad idea. Like I don't need you to put your life savings into DragonX for DragonX to do fantastically well. In fact, it may actually hurt the token, because if users start to get hurt and they've invested too much, then they'll probably sell at a loss, and that's an unhappy person, right? So inside the mastermind, I want to connect you guys with ambitious people. So we have 4 weekly calls. We have a Thursday, we have 2 on Sunday, 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Thursday. Thursday is a builder call. So we have designers, developers, we have crypto founders, software engineers, investors, all in one group. And we showcase companies, we showcase projects. If you have a company, it's a great group because we're showcasing, and there can be co-marketing opportunities and talent. So basically, you're getting, see how many we have on YouTube now. Nice with 11 people. We'll get some views out of this. The point is basically like you can expose yourself and what you're working on to other people so that they can help you, or you can find opportunities inside the group, right? So it's mutually beneficial to everybody. We can go through some just quick case studies, like just to understand, what's going on inside the group, right? Pretty transparent, So basically, like, here's an example. Okay, we had a guy who, he owns a software company, right? He's in the group, and we decided, okay, well, we have, he has a friend who owns a bank in Nigeria, and so let's team up and let's build a crypto product for that bank, fully regulated in Nigeria, and he can make money from that, right? So when we build that, he's going to make a lot of money, and I'm going to fulfill it and build it and design it, and that's something he just benefits from because he had the connection, right? So all he had to do is make an introduction, and now he could be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, or $1 million a year, or whatever, however we decide to structure it, however big it becomes. Basically, like, just being able to make a connection could like make a huge difference for him, right? And we also help software companies and other businesses inside, like in other ways, like through marketing or through developer connections or designers. So it's just one example, right? Let's go to the next example. So, I have a good friend inside, he's an enterprise salesman. And we decided, let's just pursue some AI contracts together. I have a fantastic AI team. And so we've just started discussions, and we're in the later stages of discussions with some big companies about providing AI solutions. So, that's literally like a multi-million-dollar opportunity. If you consider that an AI contract could be worth, 20 or 30 times, the value of that contract today in 5 years, you have to consider like the fact that he's able to do that with me and have such an elite team to do that with me is a huge benefit to him in his own personal wealth, right? So I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas. Like the group is not like, oh, here's the shitcoin of the week, right? Or here's the DeFi farm of the week. It's like, smart people coming together, we connect, we build things, high level things. But we also do crypto and more on top of that, but there's another element to it. So, you guys can like stop the video and just look at these testimonials if you want. There's, I've been gathering more testimonials over time. These are a couple testimonials, like someone just saying, thank you for the profits. This guy, like I saved them a lot of money because I was telling them like, don't DCA right now, right? And things have just continued to go down. This is a couple, so you can just pause the video if you want to read through the entire thing. I'm not going to read through the entire one because it's quite long. So that's kind of like some stuff that's going on inside. So in addition to that, we actually manage passive income streams for members. So I'm going to go through a couple of different ways like that we have passive income streams, and just so you understand like the kind of basically passive income stuff that we do inside. And I have dedicated teams for each of these basically. So first is like Etsy. We have a guy who has been doing Etsy management for like a good amount of time now, and he has a really good track record. And he's spinning up stores. So basically, like you work with him, you do like some profit share with him. I don't take any profit from it. Like to me, it's just an opportunity for people inside. But he's on my team, so you share the profit with him. And basically, like you give him some cash. It's like $1,700 to do the Etsy shop. And yeah, a bunch of that is like 1,000 of that is inventory. So like he's not taking 1,700 off you. Like it's $1,000 into inventory. You could like sell that later. So it's like $700 setup fee, and then he just scales it up. And he has stores doing 2 or 3K a month. Probably he's going to get 5 to 10K stores eventually, right? So people are investing, 1.7K, and like in 3-4 months, they're going to have like 5K, per month coming up. It's not perfect. It's not, instant money, right? It's not guaranteed profits, but like scaling Etsy stores is something that works. People do it. So let's do it for the mastermind members, right? Let's make some cash. For a lot of people, like making an extra 5K a month would make a big difference, right? So I think it's important to understand that like you don't need to base everything around like throwing your money into like a bet on crypto that's just like blowing up, and if it doesn't blow up, then you're screwed. Right? You can do this in a systematic way. You can have a team behind you that's helping you do this in a systematic way. Okay, people have done it before. So here's a store. Okay, 3K in revenue. That was in 1 month. Okay, as an example. If you actually just message me if you want more of these, because I have a couple more. I thought I put 2 on this slide, but I didn't. So yeah, basically like that's all getting scaled up. So like if you guys want to jump in on that, cool. Just message me. It's for mastermind members, right? Like I'm always finding new ways for mastermind members to make money. The other thing is like FBA. So this is like a bigger opportunity. It's like a higher cost, but it's basically like more profit potential. So we partnered with a company that scales Amazon brands professionally. These are the guys that are basically like, they're the ones that are going to beat out the mom and pop shops. They're the ones that are really serious about making this work. Like Amazon FBA has become very competitive. So they have a warehouse in China, they have a warehouse in the United States, they do all the shipping themselves, and they have like over 300 brands. They have a 91% success rate, and typically they sell a brand for 50K after an 8 to 10K investment. So again, like this is not a guarantee, but I'm just trying to connect you guys with the most professional teams in these areas to basically increase your probability of success, right? So this isn't like a school, like a make money school where you come in and you like do some stuff on your own and you like hope it works out. It's like, no, these guys are going to do it for you. They're going to do it for you. Like the mastermind is for people who busy professionals, want to win, don't want to waste time, don't want to spend a year messing around with Etsy, right? It's like they want the professionals to handle it, and mastermind is all about white glove. Like it's all about we're there for you. It's not a group that's going to have thousands of people trying to make money on Etsy. That's not the idea. That's not what I'm going for with the mastermind at all. So that's Amazon. Okay. Then like inside, we also have some cool RWA projects. You can just pull those off the shelf and like invest in those. They make like 15, 20%. They seem good, quite stable. They've been around for a few years now. So I'm happy to recommend those, and mastermind members get that. We also have stablecoin pools, like typical. A lot of crypto masterminds have these. We have them too. So if you just want to park your stuff in stables or wrap Ethereum pairs, we make recommendations. People can make their decision if they want to make some passive income. Now's a good time to just sit in stables, to be honest. So like, yeah, just another way I can help you make money, I guess, inside the group. By the way, none of this is like. There's also so much high touch partnership level stuff happening, like the examples I gave, but this is just for people who just want to come in and just start making cash, right? So I try to give something for people at all levels, because not everyone has a company and connections to banks, right? Some people, they're working their job, they want to make some extra money on the side, and then when crypto turns around, they want to know how to make the right play, right? And that's what I'm offering to you guys. Like I want you to make money. Oh, and then the other thing is, so I'm rolling out a new kind of thing you guys can do. So I'm basically overhauling the entire mastermind to have like a built-in affiliate system. It's like if you guys want to make some cash bringing other people in, there's going to be a full crypto-based affiliate system where you can post content, you can refer people in, and you just get some cash, instant cash from that. So it's going to be cool. Like I basically built this entire platform for this mastermind. I'll get into that in a second. So basically, like just to sum it up, it's a really strong network. And when you join the group, you get access to like my network that's beyond just the members of the group. There's 100 members in the group. As I said, crypto whales, crypto founders, all the Titan X founders except for Jaker in there. yeah, and then we have like business people, software developers. So we have like a ton of great people in there. But then like I also have a big set of connections like outside the group. And so if you're looking for an opportunity, you can raise it up, and I can do what I can outside of the group. If that makes sense. Um, just to like basically help you on whatever path you're on. Like I've helped people with visas. I've helped people get a visa in Paraguay, visa in Dubai. I helped connect people with agents to do citizenship by descent. You know, so I'm just helping people where I can. I have a pretty extensive network, and as I said, like I'm also building AI stuff with people inside. So I try to be as helpful as I can. Yeah, and so it's a really strong network, guys. Really, really strong. Like I think it would be hard for you to come to me with something like business related that I don't have a guy for at this point in my career. Yeah. So like, and then I'm basically I built out this entire platform, right? So this is like a pretty chopped up version of the website because I don't want to reveal all the features, but like there's a talent network, and people like have their entire profile there, and so I can look at all the members, and I can see like, okay, this person has this talent, like software engineering and investing. Okay, and then I can look at another person, and I can say like, okay, this person needs investing. Okay, and they have sales skills. So like I can connect those two people. So I have a whole dashboard in the back end that tells me like, okay, where are people's strengths and weaknesses, and how is the mastermind, basically what is the composition of skills and needs inside the mastermind, so that I can like serve you guys better. So that's a platform that I built out. AI is amazing. I built this thing in like a few days. It's crazy. That's why I would never become a software engineer today, because it's too easy. And so that's one element. Then we also have an opportunities page. So like if you have an opportunity and you want someone to work, you can post an opportunity. So we have job postings. We have featured companies. So if you need something, you can go through someone who's already in the mastermind. Like if you need if you need someone to do visa, like passports, if you need someone to do HR software, if you need someone to do law firm, we have mastermind members that have businesses. So it becomes like a services network where people like who know each other do business together, which I think is a cool element to it. As I said, we have an affiliate system built into it. So if you want to bring people in, like it's all accounted for, and I send you crypto basically. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff inside, man. I'm trying to think what else is coming for that platform. Yeah, we have people say like the amount of money they have to invest, so we can see like the total investable amount, that like the total amount of capital that the mastermind can basically deploy to any one opportunity. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's basically like my pitch. Like it's not a pitch, it's like that's what I'm doing. It's a really great group. I'm really happy for it. I'm excited to work with you guys. Like I have a lot of experience now. I can provide a lot of value to you guys, and for me, like I've started a tech nonprofit, CTO of a tech nonprofit funded by Harvard. We did refugee healthcare. I started a couple other small businesses. I've built a network through being a software engineer at like a bunch of different security companies and startups, and I built a ton of connections there. And then I went on to found DragonX, right? Titan Farms. I've done like everything in crypto. I've started a token. I've built a massive protocol. I've invested as an investor. I started as a retail investor, and I became like a fully seasoned investor. So I feel like I've touched. I've worked with the best auditors. I've worked with bad auditors. I've discovered bugs. So I know like everything about crypto at this point. So you have all of that going for you if you join. And I also have a lot of experience in other domains because I was a software engineer and I had a full career working in technology before this. So you're kind of getting all of that, plus like 100 other people like me, who are ambitious and have a lot of talent. So I mean, if I was you guys, I would join. Like if you're watching this at this stage in the bull market, like you're probably someone who can stick to things, and so you'd be very welcome inside. So that's kind of that's it. Did I throw anything else in here? Yeah, basically like I'm trying to help you guys win. That's why I'm here. That's why I built DragonX. We can take this off now. Take this thing off. Like I built DragonX in a way that I thought would make a winning protocol. Like I built it. I didn't build it with a cool, like I didn't build some cool like DeFi like scheme. I built like the most robust token model that I could possibly think of when I built DragonX, because I wanted a winning token and I didn't want to experiment with people's money. And so that's where DragonX came out. And like, yeah, I try to build good quality things to help people. And this is another example of it. This group is in such a nascent stage. Like if we had 300 like killers inside, oh my God, we'd be making so much money. It's insane. So that's where I want to get it. I want to get like 300 people, and then basically like we'll just do intake. Like if we have an open spot, we'll just add another person. Because I'm working now on an AI business, and I'd rather focus. I'm focusing like a lot of my time on that, and I'm focusing on the mastermind. So, guys, I think for a lot of you, like you maybe have spent too much time in the crypto trenches, and like I think you should step back from that and think about, okay, well, I am actually a person that has a lot of value, and I have more value than just like the money that I put down on a token. Like I'm more valuable than that. It's actually crazy the amount of human capital that's in the Titanx ecosystem. It's quite significant. This is one thing that bothers me about the Pulse chain ecosystem is like it's 300,000 people. A lot of them are so talented and capable, and they're just wasting their time on these stupid sacrifices and all this crap. Like, I'll probably never launch another token. I'd be surprised, maybe in the future if there's a really, really good opportunity. But I'm just going to launch a token every time I want to build. That's ridiculous. So my point is like, it's just better to focus on one product and make it good and sustain that product for a long period of time. So I guess that's kind of it. Like, thank you for attending my TED Talk. I'm basically traveling the world working on businesses in the mastermind right now. It's a good time. If you want to join me on this adventure, then I invite you. Does anyone have any questions? I think we have a few questions, so I'm going to scroll up. Now is the time for questions. I enjoy these. I'm going to pin this to my profile. Pin. Ooh. So we have a question here. Do you think we have been in a bar market for the last several months? No. I think if you're going by Benjamin Cohen's measurement, the bear market will start. Effectively, it started as soon as we broke once we broke the 50-week, that was the confirmation that we were entering a bear market. So the bull market ended on October 6th, or whatever that October day was where we hit the all-time high. Okay, that was tough. Since then, technically, if you're going by traditional analysis, then that was the start of the bear market, was October 7th. And now then the 50-week, drop below the 50-week was a confirmation of that. Now the plus side is basically like you have only 10 more months to wait, which sounds like a lot, but time goes by, right? Time goes by and basically like just do other stuff, like just live your life, It's not like you shouldn't be tied like to socials, like worrying about crypto prices for the next 10 months. Even though KOLs want you to think altcoin season's around the corner. People on Twitter want you to read their super Twitter posts, like just mute it, Like focus on non-crypto content for the most part. Try to cut out the noise, because these, KOLs and stuff, they need your eyeballs for YouTube, but like, it's not great for you. So we go for questions here. I guess we have like no questions, so people are pretty checked out. What else can I say? I feel like I had a few other points, but I kind of deleted the slides because I didn't want it to be too lengthy, but now I can see, like, we probably had the time. I talked about foundations and how you should work, not work with what have you done for me lately, people. I think that's an important point. Try to take that home. Trust is not something that you need to do. Like, you need to prove your value, obviously, but like you shouldn't have to be in a position where someone's gonna pull out from under you just because, you need to be able to build relationships that are not super transactional. Otherwise, you won't have a foundation, and then when an opportunity comes, you won't be able to basically jump on it. Right? You need to have people who are like, oh yeah, I can work with this guy. So if he has an opportunity, like, I'm going to listen, right? And that takes time to develop relationships, which is why we have a group, because it's not until people start speaking and you start working a little bit with someone that you understand, okay, this is how this person works, and will this actually happen or not? I think it's another rookie. So let me run and just grab a bunch of people who can like do things for me. But like I haven't vetted them, I don't know them, I don't know how deep their talent is. Like, and then but you're trying to like get the team together like at the same time the opportunity is like there. That's like the worst thing you can do. Like the reason why we were able to build Dragon X in 2 weeks is because like I already had the team. If I was like trying to cobble together a team, then it would have taken like significantly longer to launch Dragon X. It's the same thing with the AI thing. Like I have an elite AI engineer on my team, and I have an elite, basically technical leader on my team. Because I know them, because I've known them for years. So it's like, oh, there's an opportunity. Well, let me just go back to the people who know me, and trust me, and let's do this, right? And so they're not like trying to figure out who I am. They're not trying to figure out like my, motives or how I react under stress. Like I've already worked with them in 2 startups, where we were like sitting around a table in a room like this, and there were 6 of us, and then we got acquired. And like it was nothing, and we were working under the table and sleeping on the couches, and then we were working, and then at the end it got acquired. Okay, so that's like, you need to develop that heritage with people to really trust them. And so my recommendation to you would be find the super talented person, stick yourself to them, so that you can, through osmosis, draw as much out of them, and then also develop a relationship and trust with that person. And I think that's good for you. So yeah, what else? Because if you're not in my Telegram group, join it, because I post my thoughts about business, about life, about crypto, about some political stuff. Like I just post, but I do post value to you guys in there. I post about like things that, like for example, things that I find insecure men do are very obvious. First of all, insecure men have difficulty giving compliments. That's one thing. Insecure men usually don't treat women well. That's another thing. Oftentimes, insecure men don't treat themselves well. They also expect more from other people than they expect from themselves. So I talk about this inside my Telegram group. Like, what else? I post boxing pictures if you guys like to see me punching with boxing. I post that in the Telegram group. Probably zero interest in that. I think the views are going up. Let's see how many we have on YouTube. No, it's not many people. It's okay. People can catch the rerun. Yeah, that group is really designed like as for a way for me to like post the thoughts that I have as I go through my life and all the things that I've learned. I think you will benefit from it, and so please join that. Actually, I can post a. I just posted it in the chat. I try to impress upon you guys the importance of speed. Like, I think too many people in crypto. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to say. Okay, this is a big problem with crypto people. Okay, so listen closely. Some crypto people, they think that by lowering their expectations, it increases the probability of something occurring. I've noticed this is a big fallacy among crypto people. Oh, I only need $1 million. I invested this much, but if it only goes up to 6 figures, then I'll be okay. It's that ratcheting down of expectations as a form of bargaining, but you're not bargaining with anybody. Like the universe it doesn't care. Like you can't bargain with atoms, and you can't bargain with probability. You can't bargain with probability or chance. So like lowering your expectations doesn't increase the probability that something positive that will occur. See what I'm saying? So like it's a faulty bargaining mechanism, mental bargaining mechanism people have. It's kind of interesting. It's an interesting psychological thing that I've seen among people. It's like shoot for the moon and you'll fall among the stars is like true, definitely. You should go for it. A lot of people, they think that if what I found is like oftentimes when I've shot for the medium, like I don't get anything, you know. So definitely don't do that, and don't try to bargain with reality. Like you can't bargain with it. You can't, especially in crypto. Like it's too volatile. Like you hoping to get your money back doesn't increase the probability of you getting it back. It probably what it does is it basically caps your upside. Like that way of thinking like caps your upside. So you're saying like I'm okay with less. So basically your opportunity space compresses. See what I'm saying? So like, okay, actually there's a whiteboard here. Yeah, it's okay, next time. What I'm saying is like, there's this much opportunity, okay, and you're going after it, but like, by saying that you are okay with lowered expectations, all you're doing is like removing the top part of that potential and like taking it off. But like you're still going up to try to get the thing, right? So it's like you're climbing a mountain and like instead of there being a pile of gold at the top, you're saying like it's okay if it's a pile of silver. It's like it doesn't. I think you guys see what I'm saying. Don't be like that. That's another thing that I wanted to mention because I see that a lot. I see that psychology a lot in crypto, and I think it's not it's not good for you. Like. And another thing is like, if you actually are optimistic, but you're rationally optimistic, there's actually more potential in things than you think, you know? Like, if it's the Elon Musk thing, which is basically like, what is the potential in the physical world of something occurring? Okay, well, it's possible to land a rocket vertically, like, and not destroy it by the laws of physics. Therefore, like, it's possible. So he's rational, but he has a vision to achieve something that's within the parameters of physics, right? That's how you should be. You know, you should say like within my capabilities and within what's actually capable of happening. What can I achieve? You know, instead of, oh well, this is possible, but like I'm not going to shoot for that because it's like hard or feels unlikely, or feels like if I shoot for less, then I'll somehow have a higher probability of success. Like don't do that. You need to rationally assess the opportunity. Like I can't tell you the number of times that people have told me like things that I'm doing can't work. It's very common. Like I remember because I was in college and I was studying Chinese and history, and people were telling me like I can never become an engineer because it's like fitting a square peg in a round hole. Like I'm not an engineer. But then I just went off and I became a software engineer on my own. So like this has happened many times in my life. So you need to rationally say like, yeah, this is possible. Like it's objectively possible. So, and then be the kind of person that's willing to put the work in for that. You know. I hope this is helping. I'm getting 0 comments from you guys. So I guess you're just already enlightened Buddhists, or you're just totally checked out. Don't be apathetic. If you're gonna do something, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be passive. Passivity is wasted potential and opportunity. You know, because if you do have an opportunity and you plan to go for it, like go for it today, because time is always running, and there is such a thing as making the right decision too late. Okay, I'm going to end on that point because I'm not getting any comments. So, hope this was helpful, guys. Sup, Rip City? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Keep in touch, bro. It's been a little while. All right. We're at 45 minutes. I think that's good. Peace out, guys.